it going to start? It has. And as always, y'all will see my desktop for like 0.2 seconds. Point trois. Anyways. Hey, hi, hello. What's good? What's poppin'? Did I start the stream? Okay. Okay. Hey, hi, what's up? What's good? What's poppin'? If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. I forget my intro every single time. We're not playing in one of those time slots, so that's my excuse for creating a new world. At some point, we will have all times of the day collected, and then I'll still find another reason to create it. Like, oh, today's Tuesday after midnight, so, Minecraft before midnight because we're being a good noodle and going to sleep on time. Perfect. Keep inventory is still going to be on, cause duh. Fingies crossed. Do not give me a cold biome. I really don't want a cold biome, but like don't put me in a desert. I just want like a little tropical scene. I don't know what I'm trying to build. I don't know what I'm gonna. Oh, a sandcastle. I want a sandcastle, and now that my mind is fixated on it, I have to do it. Is this whole loading thing off center? Bro, why is it off center? What the Okay, Minecraft. That's great for you to do. Fingers crossed we get a good world. I don't even know how I'm gonna build this. What? Bogus. Bogus. Is it because I said I wanted a tropical biome and actually had the build I wanted to do ready? Dang. We're gonna have to travel. We're gonna have to travel because I don't want a cold biome. I don't. I don't. I don't want to deal with that, and I also don't want to make a new world, but yeah, this is apparently what you're gonna drop into when you get this world. It's gonna take me a second to get the logs. Okay, the snow all around. I'm just not in a snow-tastic mood. Like I said, I want that sandcastle real bad. So we're gonna adventure and explore until we find a sandcastle. Or no, until we find a suitable place to build a sandcastle. Because the thing about these snowy biomes is that you'll randomly sink down and be stuck and panicking, and then get out and you'll be like, okay, I'm cool. And then walk straight into another one. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. This is thin ice we gotta tread. I don't really have many topics on my mind at the moment, which is crazy. Cause like, we've just had a whole week of... oh my gosh. Yeah. We've had a whole week of living in the 21st century. And then it's so funny when all of that happens and then you go to your comments and there's someone being snarky. It's like, oh, the real world knocks again. And it's like, oh, suddenly you close TikTok. And I don't want this. This is not a tropical biome. These are fall tropical. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's given pumpkin spice pina colada and I don't stand for it. But yeah. I find it funny when people are rude in my own comment section because I'm like, that's funny. You think that I'm soft. I am a menace in my own comments. I do not care. I will 100. That's why I don't read the comments during lives. Real talk though. Real talk though. What you see on your screen is what I see, and there's a reason that I don't read comments. Okay, because normally you can be like, oh, it's trolls. Oh, it's people who also like have a strong opinion. And here's the thing, if you want to play the strong personality Olympics, we can totally do that. If you want to play who has the bigger dick, we can do that. But the problem is, I'm going to win. I am relentless. I am absolutely relentless. Okay, I argue for the fun of the game. For the fun of the game, bro. See, he gets it, and I know myself. I will not stop until the argument is finished. Well, as finished as I think it is, because I don't. Listen, I'm exercising using the block button. Okay, I'm trying to use it more liberally. But here's the thing, people be wanting all the smoke, right? And then when you say something back, they're like, and that's like basically the internet. And that's like basically how humanity, is, if you think about it. That basically sums up all human interaction in the modern century, is we all hate each other deeply, but we're stuck on the same planet. It deeply feels right. It feels like humanity should have already gotten to the point of being on different planets. We should have already separated and then been like, look, your habits cause your planet to do this. Maybe we're all part of the same species, but no. We have not reached interplanetary travel or any kind of get off the planet travel. Well, we have, but not sustainably. And it's just like, dang. We need to work harder so we're not stuck on this planet with each other for real. Like, we need to work harder so we can get away from each other. Distance makes the heart grow fonder, I suppose. Let's just get our own planets. Let's just get our own. We can visit each other. And humanity does not have to be friends no more. You know, it's like the family that all moved out after everybody graduated high school. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I don't know, my sense of like nihilism has been shooting up lately. I'm just like, dang. If y'all gonna start a war, can you just like pop that off and do it? Do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. But that's not what's gonna happen. I think we can talk about it. It's not even let's get political, bro. It is... I don't know. This species is doing a whole lot of backflips to avoid the cycles that we've already been through, only to end up doing them again and again. How many wars must we start? How many? Endless amounts, apparently. Endless amounts. Because no more wars mean everybody agrees. And it's not as simple as world peace. Because history has happened. So, everybody's in a state of what now? What now? Oh, politics in the world. Let's ignore it. Let's not ignore it. Let's focus on it. Let's not focus on it. And then you open TikTok and some 16-year-old is over here like, actually, in the game, you have to do this. You'll be having like the most existential crisis day that you've ever had, right? And be like, dang, where is the future of society gonna go? All of that. Like, genuinely feeling like stressed about it. And then like some 20-year-old, I say that I'm in my 20s, I can talk about us. Some 20-year-old will just say the snarkiest thing, and it's like, oh, I forget that I still have to be an individual with y'all. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like, dang. I just want world peace. But that's not how this happens. That's not how any of this happens. Until you break the cycle will repeat again. Until you break the cycle the cycle will repeat again. How many wars must we have before something changes? Who knows? Who knows? Because the funny thing about humanity is that change is not just facilitated by us specifically. Usually some like new technology comes along to change the course of girl, is that a house underwater? They didn't even like waterproof it. Their house sucks. But the funny thing about humanity, every time there is political upheaval, there is sure to be some new technology to facilitate that. And you may say AI. You may say AI, but it's never the first option, is it? It was never the books that did the revolutionizing. It was the printing press that came from the books. That's all I gotta say. The printing press is the cause of all of our problems. What the heck do they got going on here? They just got a bunch of undersea rooms? That's wild. My boat. My boat? Where did I put my boat? Dang, bro, I ain't even got a bed to my name. Awful. Waffle. Anyways. Did I leave it over here? Like, did I just hop out? I did. I have a super bad tendency to just leave my boats everywhere. That's why I have a million crafting tables. I told y'all I was raised on Stampy. Okay, I have a million crafting tables everywhere. Of course I grew up watching Stampy. That's why I have a million crafting tables and boats everywhere. And half of my pets are dead. I'm sorry, that's not a funny joke, but it's just... Y'all ever think about how wild that was? That was like a whole plot line in his whole series? Like, oh yeah, my dogs keep dying and the Minecraft equivalent of PETA keeps coming after me. That was wild. That was wild. I forgot what I was talking about before, but I feel as though a return to simplicity is needed in times such as these. Pink tree! Pink tree! Pink tree, pink tree. A time of, you know, less heavy things. But also the innate urge that I have to argue with somebody until they literally back down is crazy. And I'm not saying that in like a toxic way. I'm saying that if I know I'm right, I'm going to keep talking. If I know I'm wrong, that's when I stop talking. It's like, oh my gosh, take accountability. You need to admit where you're wrong. Sure, girl. You can take my silence as that, because I know what happens when people try to walk over you being like, you hit this, you gotta do that. Try to walk all over you. Then what? Then what? Then people think you're soft. And I ain't soft, I tough. But honestly, like I said, it's for the love of the game. People think they're messing with me when in reality, they're poking the bear. I have a 10-piece argument waiting for you, and your only response is you're upset, you're triggered. I will look up your entire family's death records and repeat them to you one by one and name every single worst trait that you got from that person. Mima passed in 97, but you got the same crow's feet as her, bitch. Okay? Oh my gosh. And people can say that, oh my gosh, your heart is full of anger, is full of hatred and evil. My soul is free. Ah! I fell. My soul is free, bro. My soul is free. Do you know how freeing it is to just tell a bitch off? To just express the feelings that you're actually having? Oh my gosh. That's why it's not a flex against me to say, oh my gosh, you sound so upset. Oh my gosh, the only thing you picked up from this discussion, from the assigned reading, was a little bit of tone. That's weak. That's honestly weak. Bring back literacy, because I stated an entire argument. Listen, no matter what kind of argument you're making, I have never been one to be like, your tone, your tone. The only thing I point out is when people are being condescending. Why? Because I'm gonna break down to you why your ego is unfounded and based on BS. And I'm gonna point out that you're condescending because, especially in the video. Let me tell you, different circles of the internet are different for a daggone reason. Let me tell you, the gaming side of the internet, brutal. Brutal. Y'all gotta work on your social skills. Deeply, 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 deeply. Y'all gotta work on your social. Girl, can you not walk in front of me? I'm chopping down a tree. What is this chicken island? Do I gotta put up a safety sign or something? Anyways, it's like the gaming side of the internet, I feel like because it's a male dominated space, no matter what game you're in, it's very male created, you know? It's not a space where people have discussions. It's a place where people prove that you're the biggest dumbass in the room. And it's like, that's so funny because I am the biggest jackass in the room. That's what I am. Like I said, I'll keep arguing with you, but the point is that like ever since I was a kid, I was another jungle tree. Ever since I was a child, the gaming community has been like that, right? Communities primarily dominated by men are awful. Oh my gosh. Communities that are like primarily male focused. Like I said, I play the most girliest games, okay? I be having lesbians up on my page. It is the culture of gaming in general that is male coded, I should say. It has too much masculine energy, like compared to the pagan spaces, right? In the pagan spaces, things get heated, right? But people are cordial first. People are cordial first. They hold their noses up first. They don't assume you're being condescending for it. Granted, some people are just naturally condescending, but the point is the type of responses you first get are completely different. And yes, you could say, oh, well, maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not for you. Girl, welcome to the human world. Nothing is for anybody. Nothing is for anybody these days. You have to have money to customize your entire life experience. And I'm not saying that that is something that is inherently correct, bro. I'm not saying that it is inherently incorrect to have an incentivized system for which people earn more than what they were born with in order to have specifically what they want, right? That's economy, right? But the problem is that it's not that simple because it's never that simple. It's never that simple. It's never that simple. It sounds like a good idea, but then you introduce systems of inequality, right? Where you cannot simply earn what you want. You have to jump through 10 different loops. You have to jump through 10 different types of lives just to get what you want, right? And it's stupid because half the stuff that you work for shouldn't even be a problem, right? I'm just saying, if you work hours at a job, those hours should not just translate to money, but also like some type of food card, right? Where it's like, okay, hours on this equal certain amount of prices or whatever. Some new system, bro. Every time that you try to like enter political spaces and be like, hey guys, so what if we just like get a new idea out? What if we just entertain a new idea, a new economic system, a new political system, a new communal system, something to improve circumstances that we can theorize about, talk about? They're just like, no, nothing will change. Nothing will. The government's not gonna do that. The government's not gonna do this. I don't care about a damn thing what the government's gonna do and what it's not gonna do. Because I'll tell you what, humanity has outlived every single government that we have created. Stop throwing stuff at me, you hater. That man was a conservative confirmed. He doesn't like that I'm talking about social programs. He don't like that I'm talking about liberalism. Or maybe communism? I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't do the let's read into it. Let's read all this rhetoric. Let's read what some white dude from who knows how long ago proposed. No. My political beliefs are based off of the real world, lived experience, people's experiences, my open eyes in this universe, bro. Enough with the we need this system called this, we need that system called that, and we can call each other this, and you're a social this, and you're a communist, and then you're a concert. Forget it. Forget it. Forget all the categories. Humans love placing ourselves in the categories, and all it's done is attached a title to being on a team. Somebody described it perfectly. They're like, the political system in America is just like voting for your favorite team, which is crazy because the government literally controls all facets of life, which is crazy that it's like, oh no, we don't vote based on values and beliefs typically, right? We can't break up candidates or things because y'all want to call for third parties so badly. Y'all want to call for third parties so badly. And I'm like, bro, remember what I said about probability that if I reach into a bag and pick up a red cube 3 out of 5 times, does that mean I have a bias against blue cubes? No. But it's like, dude, what is the probability that you're going to reach into that bag after splitting the blue cube into yellow and purple and picking up a blue? And not that much. And the problem is nobody wants to talk about new systems. Nobody wants a new education system. Nobody wants a new economic system. Nobody wants a new political system. And like I said, nobody wants to talk about it because the thought of change beyond the future is crazy. But here's the thing, we have something that people of history have not had, and that is literal global communication with each other. And I don't think you understand how insanely integral it is to the development of people's identity and people's culture that we're connected to people from all around the world and all around the country. It's like, can we just talk about the political and economic state of the world right now? That meme never gets old. It never does. And at the same time, when you refocus back in on your personal life outside the politics, all you can do is like, bro, this is gonna sound so weird. All you can do is like look at the clouds and be like, dang, what a shame it would be if something came falling through that. Oh my gosh. The privilege of living on your own continent is remarkable. I will say, a lot of Americans focusing on the whole, it could be us, we could be the next war ground. It's like, oh my god. We won't, because we're a whole separate continent, and at this point, with the technology that we have, it'd be basically impossible for another country to try anything. But here's the thing. Everybody's calling for a civil this, a civil that, and it's like, half y'all got arthritis and joint problems. The young people are walking around with canes, with high blood pressure. Who's fighting? Who's fighting? Who's fighting? Who's fighting? Who's fighting? Because think about it, at this point in history, yes, we would see civil stuff breaking out, but why is it infighting? That's what we see mostly, is infighting between groups instead of outwardly at each other. And even though the groups are fighting, yes, I don't know, it just gets overshadowed every single time by infighting. Can't have a conversation about nothing because people of your own group are trying to drag the conversation out. But here's the thing, I don't think that that is necessarily a bad thing. I don't think it's necessarily bad that right now as human beings, we are talking about who is part of our community, who is not, who is finding a similar vision of humanity to follow, and who is not. I think it's integral that we expand this part of our ability to have insight, to see, okay, it's not just my community, or let me start from the beginning. It's not just my family, it's not just my village, it's not just my town, my city, my country, it's the whole of my species, which is crazy to think about, right? That we're the only species on this planet who can actively contemplate the direction of every living being that is also of our species. Like, do you think that cow has ever thought about a cow in Switzerland? No. No. They couldn't even, technically, if we're really talking about it, if animals did have a little bit of consciousness, which guess what? Even the most intelligent animal has the brain power of like a 3 to 5 year old, which is insane. Which is insane, right? They wouldn't even be able to comprehend that they are the animal that they are, or why, or how in relation, right? So crazy, so crazy. Can you tell that I'm almost at the end of my anthropology class? Listen, I had to take a break this weekend because I was literally frying my brain every single day, trying to keep up. And I literally just like dropped one of my classes because I'm like, I'm not doing this. I can't. The stress was too much. Which I don't regret it. I don't. It's like, F you, Paul. F you and your horrible grading methods and practices and the way that he had no syllabus. F you, Paul. And your greasy ponytail. Listen. Don't even get me started on freaking Paul. Oh my gosh. I recorded a 3-hour long rant on how much I hate this man. And I may just drop it. I may just edit it and drop it. Because, oh my gosh. I was, like I said, I was going off for 3 solid hours about how much I hate this man. I was swearing up, down, and left and right. It was not pretty. It was not cute. Mind you, y'all be saying like, oh my gosh, you're so emotional. Oh my gosh, you're so upset. But that whole 3-hour rant, right? That got me a 27 out of 31 on that test. So, F you. F you. My methods do work. Like I said, if you gotta scream and shout and let it all out in order to get your stuff done, do it. If you gotta cry through it, just do it. If you gotta scream through it, just do it. Because at this point, you're riding a roller coaster of life itself, right? And when you're on a roller coaster, you can't, like, some people will try to be cool and be like, oh, I don't scream on roller coasters. Oh my gosh, you're so not special. You're so not special. I don't scream on roller coasters. Yeah, and you look stupid in the photos because everybody else is screaming, throwing their hands up, they're playing their song, right? Everybody's having a fun time. And then you see freaking Michael. You see Michael. He's over there, arms crossed and folded. Oh, I don't get affected by it. Oh my gosh, we're on a roller coaster. We're on a roller coaster. You're so not cool. Because, oh, I don't even need to scream on a roller coaster. Okay. You're so obnoxious because it's never just that they like are weird and quirky to themselves. It's that those people will look at you and be like, why are you screaming? Why are you screaming? Why are you screaming? Like, let me tell you. Was I in middle school? I think I was in middle school and I went to this theme park with we're just gonna call them a group of people because I don't even care to explain that. I was going on a roller coaster with like a kid my age, right? And we were on that dropper thing that like lifts you all the way up and then like holds you there, and they're just like woo woo, and everybody's like screaming, and it like drops you a couple times, and it's so fun, right? And I was literally like a normal human being, I was like screaming. I was like, I'm on a roller coaster, and like this little jerk turns to me and it's like, you know, you don't have to scream, right? Meanwhile, we're all the way up in the air, suspended, waiting to drop so we can scream. And that's when I say, some people suck the absolute joy out of life. They just suck the joy out of it. Oh, I don't scream at this. Oh, I don't react to that. Okay, congratulations. Your life is like so bland. Your life is so bland and you don't even realize it. Like, how are you gonna be like, oh, I don't react to life? I don't scream at scary movies or haunted horror nights or roller coasters. And it's like, why don't you just stay home then? Since you're so fucking miserable. Like, since you're so miserable, bro. And I'm telling you, girlies, do not get with people that are miserable, that are dead on just miserable, bro. Don't get with them people who refuse to experience life even in its embarrassing state, right? You're gonna make the weird face. You're gonna wear the unfashionable thing. Who cares, bro? Who cares? Who cares? You'll literally lose years of your life to people that are like, "Oh, pff, you're doing this?" Well, that's not. I don't care what you think it is, bro. I don't care what you think it is. I don't care what you think it is, bro. I don't care, bro. It's not. It's they drain the life experience out of your entire life. And I am so disappointed that I kept hanging out with people like that in high school, where it's like I kept missing dances, festivals, clubs, all this fun stuff that I enjoyed doing because they were like, oh, that's not cool. Oh, who's going to that? Oh, that's so lame. That's so let me tell you. Let me tell you, bro. You better not be a high schooler watching this because this is 18 plus, okay? I be cussing and talking about real stuff. But let me tell you, if you're a high schooler that snuck in here anyways, don't hang out with them miserable people, because the people who are always screaming and crying like, oh, that's not cool, that's not cool, that's not cool, oh, that's so lame, oh, that's stupid, that's stupid, oh, we make fun of people who do that, we make fun of people. It's like, yeah, everybody makes fun of people, that's part of being human, but like, why is being stank your only personality trait? Like, ew, bro, ew, ew. You're not cool because you miss out on life. You're not cool because you make others miss out on life. Like, you're not cool because you're miserable. Like, geez. And when I tell you, being miserable starts as early as childhood, right? Even children can be miserable, right? They get it from their parents. They get that stank, nasty behavior from their parents, and then that's what they exude to other people. That you need to be stank nasty in order to live in this world. And like I said, I'm not a perfect saint, right? I do get stank. I do get negative. I do get passionate. I do get emboldened by things, right? I'm not even gonna. Is that a baby zombie? Girl, what the? He's running right towards me. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Why did he see me from like a mile away? I can hear him behind me. He's still running behind me. Oh my gosh. See what happens when you focus on other people too much? You end up dying, burning up because you want to listen to what these other cool kids want to tell you. It sounds so like, it sounds so cheesy and corny when you say it as an adult, but trust me, be the little weirdo, but don't be like, don't be crazy. Don't be cray cray. Right? You know what I mean by cray cray, not the stigmatized version, the real version of like, I'm gonna be impulsive and not think about my actions. Though, like, bro, being impulsive is for when you have the worldly knowledge to know what that impulsivity is going to get you, and then choosing to not do that. Listen to me. Listen to me, kids. Listen to me. Don't do drugs. Listen to my voice. Listen to my voice, kids. Don't do drugs. Live your life. But also, like, be aware of the world. But, like, also, do y'all ever, like, look at straight TikTok and you're like, oh, that kind of looks fun. Like, y'all are just blissfully unaware of the world. Like, straight TikTok is like talking about fitness trends, and they're like talking about outfits from the VMAs, and I don't know. Part of the world doesn't exist over there, and I can't help but agree sometimes. But then we see the real world harm of ignoring the world around you, which is that suddenly you're gonna look up and not have enough logs to finish your house. Dang it. That sucks. It's not symmetrical. I don't like that. Because I made this little alcove so I can have like a digging cave. Because I love digging places, and I just love digging. I like digging holes. That's like my whole thing. There's a sheep. But no, be an individual. Be an individual. Because everybody else's personality kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Be an individual because most people suck. And that's it. That's like the only reason. Because you need to choose what kind of person you are based on your own morals and values. Otherwise, you're gonna end up around people who suck. And then they're gonna screw your stuff over. Let me tell you, the amount of stories that I have heard on TikTok from this week alone of people's bad friends, their bad partners, their bad husbands, their bad. I'm just like, what are y'all going through? Dang. I'm real strict over here. I'm not gonna lie. I have no qualms about cutting off friends. I have no qualms about it. I have no qualms about cutting off friends, about telling lovers that I'm done with them. I have no qualms about it because this is my life. What am I wasting it for? What am I wasting it on people for? And let me tell you, it's so liberating. It's very liberating, to me at least, to not have an unnatural allegiance to a loser. And some people may say, oh, you're so cold. You have no friends. And to that I say I make friends everywhere I go. And I'm so happy that I get to come home to myself without any of them. Cause, yeah. I don't know, the world is a very overwhelming place. And not a lot of people make good friends. That is something that's a lesson that you gotta learn in blood, low-key. That not everybody is a good friend. And not everybody is trying to be a good friend. You know? So don't trust that everybody has the capacity to be a good friend. Because sometimes people just don't care. Real stuff. Talks with Soup. Just because I'd be randomly trailing off. I'm waiting for these, like, pink trees to grow, but they're not growing. What saison is it? It grows in the spring. And it's spring! Like, grow, bro. Grow. Grow. My gosh. I know that's my sense of impatience, but look, the other trees have grown. Don't you steal my sapling. I don't know if you can pluck these right up out of the ground, but I'm suggesting that you don't do it. Yeah, that's right. Look towards something else. Look for something safe to do, because it's not going to be over here if you do that. Let's build a fence. We don't have wood. Could use this pine sapling. This is just going to be a real hodgepodge of whatever wood I can get, because actually we need more functional wood. Just to toss. These trees are so dark and menacing. So dark and menacing. Ooh. I did not bring food with me, and I did not put anything in the oven before I left. The food is actually kind of important because I do need that wood, and I don't want to, like, be starving in the middle of it, running for my life. Trying to cut down trees, fall and break my leg. I don't know how long I'm going to stream tonight, but I don't know. First smoke break of the night, I suppose, while we wait for my food to cook. Speaking of food, I have been home making cookies and I'm about to gain like 5 million pounds. I'm not lying to you. My stomach has been hurting severely every single night because I will eat the whole tray of cookies, the whole thing. I'm not joking to you. The whole thing. I need the whole thing because it's delicious. And it's homemade cookies, homemade chocolate chip cookies. Like, I have no self control. I mean, I try to. I deeply try to, like, work on my sense of discipline and self control, but like fresh baked chocolate chip cookies that are the size of your hand, tell me that that's not like insanely tempting, bro. What did we come over here to make? Food. Food. And we just used up the fuel. We're just gonna make a bunch of fish because even though I have a bunch of cooking mods, I don't have the stuff to cook. And my house is not finished. The trees in the background, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, the way they're shifting and moving and driving around, they kind of look like a person in the distance. And I don't know why I keep seeing that. I don't know, maybe I'm possessed. Oh my gosh, ooh, did y'all hear about that movie that was like, if you go see it, you're gonna get possessed? And then people are like, I'm gonna go see it and see if I get possessed. And I'm like, if this was real, humanity would have no chance. Do y'all ever think about that? That if any magic from like practically any fictional universe were real, our version of humanity would not survive it. We wouldn't. We would immediately handle the situation badly. Can you imagine if a Pokemon showed up? And not like a normal, like, oh, Pikachu, everybody's a Pokemon trainer. No, I mean like a mega evolution. What's that? The big ones that be destroying the cities, the what is it? The Zyalga, the Cricketalga, the something. It's, we wouldn't stand a chance even against Godzilla. Like, y'all ever think about that? I don't think the government would respond properly. It's like y'all would immediately try to blow it up, but when they try to blow it up, he absorbs the nuclear energy and that makes him worse. So you're just gonna make it worse. If y'all really want to think about it, isn't Godzilla kind of like the myth of the Hydra? You cut off its head and oh, that was a chunky cross that or no, never mind. It didn't form the shape. Never mind. It's like the myth of the Hydra. You cut off its head. Well, King Ghidorah is the myth of the Hydra. I love big monsters. I love giant monsters. I may even watch a giant monster movie, which is crazy because disaster movies give me such bad anxiety. It gives me such bad anxiety, but I will still watch them. Oh, I'll still watch them. I just won't enjoy being traumatized. I draw the line at horror movies, though. I can't do it. It's a no-go, bro. It's a no-go for me just because I don't like... Listen, most horror movies take place inside of the home. And that just really, like, that just really tickles my Jimmy. That just really, like, shivers my timbers, bro. Because, like, it's inside your house. They're hiding behind the laundry machine. I have a laundry machine, bro. What if that's my house? But it's like giant monster movies. It's like, okay, there would be no chance of survival. Just like that movie 2012. There's no chance. With that big wave coming, you're not doing anything. You're not. No, you're not. You're toast. You're not only cooked, you're toast. You're toasted with wheat because it's not that giant wave. I would just like turn around so I didn't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. I don't see the giant like 50 million foot tsunami coming. I will just accept my fate. Listen, in my defense, let's think about it logically for a second. A wave that huge, the second the water hit you, that is, if the flooding from before the wave like didn't get you, that much water slamming into you would probably be like a concrete wall. So technically, maybe you wouldn't feel any of it. Hopefully. I say hopefully as if it's going to happen. Listen, it's not unrealistic, but I am saying it's awfully realistic. It's It's awfully realistic. I think I'm gonna board up this wall. Board up. I really don't like the planks. They look like heinous. And I think that's just because of color theory for real. Like, if we just build the roof, it'll look better. Maybe. Potentially. Oh wait, didn't I say I was getting a smoke break? I just had a hiccup. That just reminded me of the hiccup I had. Anyways, if you are not a smoker, then honestly spend this time writing a gratitude list because you're luckier than us. I'm serious. What are you grateful for? Anyways, it's currently Friday night. Cheers. Somebody say a cheers. Somebody say something funny. You're so funny. Stop. That was so funny. Cheers. I wish I had a dab rig. Achoo. Hey, let me get on my glass. I was shift clicking and the click wasn't shifting. Okay. So I need more of the jacaranda. What? So you can grow in this biome? I was about to mess my house up. I think I want... Does this have a cute, like... Oh, no, that's not cute at all. Well, with the purple, with this, yeah, it could look better. It looks modern. Let's go with something modern. That looks cuter. My favorite part of Minecraft is building a house. That's about as far as we get, because that's just my main thing, bro. I use Minecraft like I use Infinity Nikki, just like for deliberation time. It's the time for real ponderers. I'm gonna cough again. Wait a minute. For a second, I'm like, is my mic even on? Have I been ranting for upwards of 5 whole minutes? Because I already know me. I know. I don't even need to look at OBS to know that I have been talking for only like 5 to 10 minutes. That's what usually happens. Like I said, I'm a straight yapper. I'm a straight yapper, okay? I get it from my mother, but I can't say that too loudly. She is down the hall right now, but yeah, she's a yapper. I'm a yapper. And honestly, I don't see anything wrong with being a yapper. Because the people who are like, oh my gosh, you talk too much, oh my god, shut up, oh my god. The people who are like, you talk too much, they're always people who like never have anything to say. Which is humorous if you really want to think about it, but like sad if you really consider that like all they can say is stop talking because they have nothing else to say. And so they come into people, like, I cannot tell you, I have been watching lives like crazy this week, which I never watch TikTok lives like that. But I've been watching them like crazy, and every single live, no matter what the person is doing, it's just like, shut up and do the thing. Shut up. Why are they talking? Why are they talking? Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Even when they're like in a debate, quiet. Let the other person talk. Quiet. Quiet, 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 quiet. It's like, bro, if you want silence so badly, excuse yourself. Excuse yourself. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Do I need to pat your back until you burp? Like, I don't know how to reconcile these feelings of like, every space I go into has to be one that I influence. And really, that's what I think it is. If you really want to question like why there are trolls on the internet, when they say trolls have no lives, they mean it. Because you know people like that in real life who like, ooh, crystals. You know people like that in real life who's like, their entire demeanor is just, I hate other people. And guess what? Like, join the club. Join the club. Who actually likes humanity at this point? Like, we haven't had a redemption arc in who knows how many years. And then they just like dropped AI. Like, and then people were like, I use it to write emails. And I'm like, it's actually causing environmental devastation. Why would you use it to write emails? It's not for emails. Like, at least ask it some questions. Why don't you ask it why you keep looking for male validation? Why not that, Kimberly? Which, if your name's actually Kimberly, I'm not directing it at you. I just pulled a name out of my head. I literally can't see the chat, so though it's scary, right? Sometimes I will not watch the, well, sometimes I never do. I'll watch the chat, right? I'll go back after the live, right? And I'll have been having a conversation with y'all, predicting what y'all were talking about. It's like, oh, I'm a little psychic. Oh, it looks like bugs are on the floor from far away. I don't know. I'm not shucking and jiving with bugs on the floor. I don't stand for that. Is this supposed to go here? Well, technically, there's not... Well, technically, it's fine as it is. I'm going to add these just because it could be symmetrical, but it's not. You know what? I may cover up the digging hole because it's right underneath my house and I like having extra room. So, just a little bit of extra room. And then, like I said, we'll just add to it whenever I happen to play this world again. No promises. So I'm planking A. Give me back my shovel. Brain has to work for like 2 seconds. The Firk? Oh. I should watch Most Prettiest Girls in School. Oh my gosh. I'm on season 3 of the rewatch. I've never actually like fully watched it in the whole time that it's been out, right? I can't say it's because it wasn't popular, because like I feel that whatever was popular at your elementary school is kind of the culture that you adopted. For us, that was FNAF. Well, for me, it was FNAF. And Minecraft. Yes, unfortunately, I was a FNAF child. Please don't run around telling people that. Very disgraced about it. Very disgraced about it. How am I gonna place it diagonally? I'm not going to. That's the answer. I'm not doing that. That looks difficult. Do. Okay. Okay, but you just sit there. Okay, but you just sit there. Being chronically online is a gift and a curse. You're up to date on current events. But at what cost? At what cost? This house is like kind of wonky, I'm not gonna lie to you. I deeply like vibe with it and kind of like it. But at the same time, if it turns out like fugly, that's not my problem. I've officially designated it as not my problem. Because it's already uneven, bro. Are you serious? That is deeply unsettling to me. I'm gonna say that that's good enough. I'm gonna say that that's good enough. Good enough. I'm gonna need the discourse on the is Family Guy better than American Dad to stop. It depends on how mature your humor is. If you're a child, then you like Family Guy. If you're an adult, you like American Dad. Listen, Family Guy, like, here's the thing. It's because of the humor in each. Family Guy is very, how do I put this in a PC way so the woke defenders won't come after me. it's made with white boy middle school humor, which is be as offensive as possible. And while sometimes it may be accurate, most of the time it's just ha ha, stereotype, that's so funny, get it, black people, that's white boy middle school humor. And while it is like kind of ironic sometimes because they quote unquote make fun of everybody, most of the time it's just kind of I don't know, like American Dad does stretch into uncomfortable territory at times, but Family Guy makes a point to like make you uncomfortable. It's like, no, this is uncomfortable. We're gonna keep pushing the joke. Aren't you uncomfortable? And it's like, I am now. I am now, since you wanted me to be. Like, and then American Dad's humor is like genuine humor and jokes that are formulated and not just like stereotype jokes, because Family Guy has to rely on stereotypes. I thought that was like the whole thing, by the way. I thought it was like a haha, the punchline is that we always go with the stereotype that it's about that, and then American Dad was like specifically through the lens of this one family, which so many better people than me can make video essays about that. But I'm just saying, Family Guy is middle school humor and American Dad is college humor. And I don't mean that in terms of intelligence, I mean that like based on the jokes being told. It's not meant to be offensive unless it is offensive. Then it's not offensive. Like I said, I'm so done prefacing upon prefacing, because that's what the internet trains you to do. These liberal kids on the internet always gotta preface, always gotta not offend, always gotta have morality and empathy. Well, patooey with it. Patooey. The internet is like the worst place for people like being empathetic. I thought that was like normal. This is where everybody shows their worst side because nobody from work can see you. Granted, some people are just like normal on social media, which it's like, oh, okay, like party on, Rockstar, that's up to you. But I am openly a witch on the internet, so there is no avoiding it. I don't care at this point. The job market is horrible. What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do at this point, if you sneeze the wrong way, you don't get hired. Which, like, and then you get into these workplaces and they are like the worst place you've ever been in your life. Like, you get into these workplaces and you instantly regret every decision that you've ever thought you made in your entire life. You're like, oh, this place is so violently unpleasant. I can't stay here or I'm going to develop more mental health issues than I already have. And then they'll be like, oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know why this person like stopped working for us. But then those same people are also like, yeah, I also think that making your life horrible is an Olympic sport, and that I should be able to do it simply because today's Tuesday. I feel insecure about myself. My husband divorced me 30 years ago and I hate you. And that's the American workplace. It is, can't go a day without wearing makeup. But also, if you show your shoulder, you might as well have committed a war crime, TBH. How dare you show a shoulder in an office place? This is not a the whorehouse. If you think about human dress code rules, they're very odd. They're very odd. because none of it is really about covering a sexual organ, but rather covering what people want to sexualize. And it's like, okay, I get no short dresses, but I don't know. Dudes come in wearing their khaki, ugly ass khaki shorts. Oh my god, retire them cargo pants. Retire them cargo pants. That should be against dress code. You're offending my eyes. Stop wearing them cargo pants. I hate them so much. It's a visceral hatred, bro. And you can honestly say that it stems from, like, past experiences. Can you call them father issues? No, that man was not my father. But, like, also, them cargo shorts are freaking ugly. I hate them so much. I have a burning passion against them cargo shorts. With the million pockets, with the that they be walking around making the most noise you've ever heard in your life. Ugh. 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 I don't like it. But then again, I don't like men's fashion. I don't. Most of the time, it's not giving, it's not serving. And like when you guys accessorize, you need to fully accessorize. I hate that I have to like say this, but you cannot just wear like earrings, no necklace. Like, unless you have an outfit that says I'm already doing a lot, like, they just be wearing earrings, no necklace. They be wearing rings, and that's it. Their accessories don't coordinate. You mix metals. You're not even, like, a winter, but you're wearing silver. It's like, it's getting drowned out. Coordinate, please. Ugh, when men's fashion evolves, y'all can thaw me out of my cryogenic freeze. Oh no, I fell from the roof. I thought those were pillagers for a second. It's like when men's fashion improves, that's when you can take me out of cryo. Cause I can't, I don't like it. It's just missing a special pizzazz. And I think, like I said, we're at a point in the world where people need to start innovating. Okay, one of y'all needs to come up with something. One of y'all needs to come up with something. Okay, something revolutionary. And you may think it's AI, like I said, it's not AI. AI is the facilitator to the revolutionary idea because it's gotta come from the person, right? Somebody come up with something, change human culture, do something. Somebody come out with a new holy book. Somebody drop Christianity too. Please, we need something to impact human culture in a way that our scientific advancements can't necessarily keep up with, and that is our ability to create art. But like nobody's creating art because the AI is doing it for them, and it's like, no, somebody create the Mona Lisa again, please. And not the original Mona Lisa. Do something different. Everybody's making similar music. You got the baby, a baby, Lil Baby. Everyone's a baby. Make some new music. I'm serious. I have been scratching and scraping for knowledge of humanity that feels novel. Somebody get a new idea. I don't know, it's this itch that can't be scratched. I follow creators that are like, they're like small indie artists to hear the sounds of their culture and their life experience, which I could, in fact, I may create a whole list of like indie artists that I found on TikTok that have these amazing otherworldly sounds that I have never heard before. And I'm like, that's it. Somebody needs to drop Kendrick too. I don't know. But I don't know. This world needs to revolutionize. Humans need to pick up something that we don't quite understand. Bring back sitting in the middle of dangerous fumes to communicate with the gods. Okay? We need to be inspired. Nobody's inspired. Everybody's in a mute point. For heaven's sake, a political figure got shot and nobody declared war? Huh. It wasn't declared. It was just the ideology back and forth. It was threats being sent, but it was protests being had. But every time I look at a protest, I feel like I'm very autistic a little bit, because every time I look at certain things, I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get protesting. I don't get it. I really don't. Y'all are just standing there yelling. You're just standing there yelling. What's that gonna do? And I would genuinely like to know what the effect of protesting is. You know, you could analyze both sides of the aisle, actually, because every political group protests. But what does the walking and holding signs does? And I know there's like a bunch of different kinds of protests, but what does the walking in the streets and the holding signs and having essentially a stare off with the police gonna do? I don't understand. Because the lawmakers don't pay attention. And then people are like, dial the number to call your local lawmaker. Girl, they have assistants. I'm pretty sure they just get sent to voicemail. But also, what is me talking to Greg gonna do? Like, I'm sure, like I said, as you can tell by my voice, I'm Southern Californian. As you can tell, I'm SoCalian. But like, what I'm gonna phone Newsom to do? Hey man, can you stop the what's happening in the Middle East? What about it, Gavi? What about it? Are you gonna do something? I'm like, they say to call your representatives, but what's that gonna do? What's that gonna do when they already have political agendas and there's lobbying and there's distrust among the people? And they say, well, you need to get out and vote. Well, what does the voting do? What does the voting do when it's not quick enough to, I don't know, keep up with our developments? We still have the most arbitrary internet laws, and now, because they were never established, they could just be reestablished to be as restrictive as possible, which, it's not a conspiracy that the government will eventually limit what you talk about on social media in terms of the government and directly violate your First Amendment rights. Why? Because look around the world. Every single controlling government will eventually limit social media to never be able to say inflammatory things about them. That is what happens, and that's what's going to happen. But the problem is, like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, them red hat people they be saying the most heinous, most foul things, and it's like, y'all gonna get caught up by the censors too. Or at least you should. That's how, an alligator in the grass. Oh my gosh. You see how I relied on my intuition? The second I saw them teeth in that green, I said, no sir, not for me, Not gonna happen here. I don't have any emeralds for that, man. Do you want, like, grass or something? I have grass. I cannot believe there was an alligator over there. Oh, I could have bought some wine. But that's what I'm talking about. People just be waiting for you. They just be waiting on you. Right? That's how some of y'all meet your friends, by the way. That's how some of y'all meet your friends. Just wandering around, happily doing your thing, and then boom, alligator in the grass. Snake in the grass. Sometimes it's not even a snake or an alligator. Sometimes that person takes the form of a tiger, or maybe a lion, or maybe a hyena, or maybe just one of them ticks with Lyme disease. Ugh. They could be a tick with Lyme disease, and you'll have never seen them, right? And I often find, and I hate to say this about people, those friendships that feel as if they're a tick leeching off of you, a tick that bit you and gave you some kind of disease and made your life worse, they are often people that, like, you can't recall how you met them. It's as if, I don't know, some type of spell was cast and you suddenly don't remember, right? And most people, when they have good friendships, I'm not saying it's impossible to forget, because I can't even tell you what I had for breakfast yesterday, but I am saying Why is it always the people who you cannot remember where they came from that are the ones that ruin your life the most? Like, is it because I erased you from the fossil record? Like, what the I'm serious though. Mind your friends and mind your enemies. Okay, don't get caught up. Do not be going to jail for nobody. Do not be going to jail for people. And I'm so sick of having to say this. Stop going to jail for people. It's never gonna be worth it. It's never worth it. But I'm so in love. Love doesn't ruin your life. Love don't ruin your life. Love don't ruin your life. Stop going to jail for people. I can't believe that's still a thing. I can't believe that's still a thing. Like, oh yeah, I got him a pew pew. Oh yeah, I got him, I snuck him in a phone when he wasn't supposed to have one. You're not afraid of the law? You're not afraid of the law? You're not afraid of the long arm of the law? I need to take my brace off. It's like, bro, I know that I'm not gonna snitch on myself for what I was doing. I know I was smoking at inappropriate times in life, right? Okay, before I was of age, I know I was drinking, doing all that. Okay. But here's the thing. I wasn't out here committing acts, over here getting arrested. Never in my life could y'all actually imagine me in a prison cell. I don't belong in a prison cell. No. No. I don't even touch food if it's... Tell me I did not just shave that wood piece. Bro. I kind of like it. It goes with the surroundings, so it's not as dark. Sometimes you just gotta turn that frown upside down. But anyways, stop going to jail for people. That's stupid. That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Doing anything for a man is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Because it's never like, oh, I handed him something. No, it's never like, oh, I don't know. It's never nothing casual. Why are the people that you're with asking you to commit moida? And I suppose that is because of, if we want to get psychological with it is because of the influences you're around when you're younger. See, a lot of people underestimate what a child's early development and early environment can cause them to expect from the world. And oh my gosh, can you stop falling off the frickin' fiddle-ackin' roof? Oh my god. See, I almost cursed. I almost swore. And normally, I would. But for some reason, you can't say the F word on TikTok, which is stupid. Because I do be saying it a lot. Listen, sometimes the sentence enhancer, it enhances the sentence. Sometimes it enhances the sentence, and I need to use it. And I don't think a WTF just won't handle it. A WTF does not... What? How? I think I messed that up, but I'm not gonna fix it for a second. Listen, if the internet had just let us curse from the beginning, if the internet had just allowed people to keep cursing, we would understand that it's not child-friendly and we would have never had the problem of children on the internet. Cursing is like the easiest way to distinguish a child environment from an adult environment. And I do really think I'm on the side of people that are like, don't bring your kids to breweries. Because listen, it's not so much how your child will behave at the brewery, it's that adults are like notorious for being untrustworthy, and I don't trust a drunk adult. I don't. Especially not around a kid. Like, why would you? And another thing, like, as a child, it's not fun to be around adults who are drinking. It's really not. It's kind of like terrifying, because everybody who you knew 2 seconds ago is now this weird, warped, wonky version of themselves that, you know, now you're confused about what exactly happened, because as a child you don't know what alcohol is necessarily. But it's just like, I don't know, it's not a fun experience as a child to be around adults who drink. This house is gonna look effed up, but I don't care. I don't care. Sometimes you gotta do stuff to do stuff, you know what I'm saying, homeboy? You know what I'm saying. Come on, girls, get on the floor. Promise it's already show fun. Like I said, that's what these Minecraft videos are for. Just for me ranting in any direction I so choose. It's discombobulated. It is a space in between space, if you will. It's our little chaotic space where there is no topic. You just gotta, it's like a podcast, but you hit the randomizer and you get to watch Minecraft. And I put lo-fi on so you don't have to hear me swallow or breathe. So I don't mean to turn the lo-fi up super loud, but it's like, dude, you can hear my fan, you can hear me breathing, you can hear my keyboard. It's just nicer to hear lo-fi in the background while I'm ranting to you about the inherent nature of humanity. The vibes I bring to the function are whimsical and weird. Honestly, the vibes I bring to the function are the tarot card reader who works for free. Which I stopped doing that, by the way. I stopped doing free readings in public for people because I'm just like, it's very draining. I never get to like have fun. It's just like, oh, this house is effed up, bro. This house is messed up. And I know I could logically fix it, but hey, don't walk out the door. You're my chicken now. Stay in the house. Stay in the house, chicken. I'm just gonna pile the barrels up here. Can we get one that's in a different formation? That doesn't look random. Come on, ladies, now let's get in formation. Prove to me you got some coordination. Oh, a spider. Ah! Did you kill that fly? You can stay. But I also need string, so you may have to die. Oh, I don't need string. You will live another day. I'm going to go get some leather so I can make a backpack. Throw all this clutter into somewhere. Stop trying to leave. There is no leaving. We'll be one forever. Me and you, chicken. Anyways. The world's so messed up that that's not even like an unfunny joke or untrue. Do y'all ever think about that? How like the next person you date could literally be like actually crazy. They could like literally be crazy, like literally like an actual sociopath. Like, and I don't mean like a sociopath. And like, here's the thing. You don't even know what circumstances may happen while you're in a relationship with this person. Like, what if they just like can't handle it and snap? And then just snap. And none of those cows provided leather. So unfortunately, that was for nothing. What's over here? A magic blue forest? Bro, where was that when I needed to put dimension on my house? Did I turn on big biomes? Because this is a big old biome. Oh no, girl. Look at the house from afar. Look at it. Oh my god. I dislike it. I should just leave a hole in the ceiling. I dislike it. Why does it look like it has a bowl cut? Ew. And I am saying there's something wrong with a bowl cut because nobody has the right face for it. Don't be mad at me, be mad at your mother. She didn't pass down the face for it. Most people do not have the face for a bowl cut. This is not a character flaw so much as it is an oversight on your behalf. Services will be held at some point in the evening. Not this evening, because I don't feel like it. Probably another evening. Okay, so now how did that happen? Literally just building roof on top of roof. Just building the roof anywhere, bro. Okay, so if we just, like... This is giving me a headache. I don't even know what I did. Tibbitch. I don't know what I did. I can tell you what. It's fixed. It's fixed. Oh. Beware of going over there, mister. There's a rattler over there. I fell. That's unfortunate. Still closing the door like chicken is still here. Ugh, these nasty maggots. I know you have to eat everything for the pack, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Disgusting. There's a raccoon in my home. Did you steal an egg from inside of my chest? Because that's a little out of pocket if you ask me. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Stealing is not very cool if you ask me. Unless it's from a big corporation. Then Sonic approves. Sonic approves of stealing from big corporations. Gonna put a corner piece there, and then it's just gonna work out. Period. Period. What do we have here? What do we have here? Girl. What do we have? What is had by individuals such as I? I'm not gonna organize my stuff. It's a super pet peeve of mine when I go back to watch this and I'm like, oh my gosh, why is nothing organized? I'm gonna stuff my stuff, my important stuff, into a thing that like actually is noticeable from the other stuff. And then I'm gonna make a kitchen. Cause no! In the kitchen mistress in like I'm stir fry. Is this the house finished technically? It would not be quite the preposterous assumption to assume so. Cause I'm not gonna work on it. I just need to fill in. What is going on here? I have no clue. You're gonna have to ask your mother about it. She'd know all about it. Okay, so this house from the inside. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. The cat distribution system is broken again. This is a raccoon. Why did he want to get in my home so badly? Just to steal another egg? Are you serious? Is he just stealing from my chest? I thought you wanted to be friends. He's washing his little egg. And then he ate it. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. I'm just gonna go around the house and make sure all the thingamajigs line up with the whoosy whatsits and the witchamatas and the housey whats. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Where are the stairs that I just put down? There it is. There it is. it to be. Let me tell you, every time a stinging insect lands on me, it stings me. And I don't even be doing nothing, right? It will just land right where my hand was supposed to be in that very moment. I kid you not. Like a wasp or a something had landed on my leg right as I was putting my hand down to rest after like writing something down. And I'm like, ugh. And they be landed where I can't see them. You can't even be like, oh, don't freak out when it lands on you. I don't even be seeing it. I don't even be seeing it. I've been stung like 3 times in my life and I didn't see it every single time. And that's wild. I don't know what entity has beef with me to do that specifically, but like not cute. Not cute and not funny. Let's start with a stove. We need iron. Ugh. We need iron. And I think I'm gonna go to that giant mound in the distance. That giant ominous mound. Where's my axe? I need a new axe. But that is fine. Here's the food. I'm gonna make another set of... The fuck's that sound? Where's that tick 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 sound? Oh, it's the beehive. I'm like, why the F do I hear buzzing? It's because it was a bee. Oh, it's from the lo-fi. It's from the lo-fi. I'm like, what is this wet, sticky sound? This buzzing sound, I'm not crazy. I literally heard it. I literally heard it. Not crazy, even though I appear to be. Listen, when I use the definition of the word crazy, I do mean kooky. I think that's what people mean when they want to call people like crazy, but not in a mentally disordered way. Y'all should really be saying kooky. We mean kooky. What is the light coming up from beneath my floorboards? Do you see that? Excuse me? I don't particularly appreciate that, but let's put some torches in here and outside, and let's go to that giant mound in the distance without a boat. Without a boat, no sir. I'm going to sail there because there are mad alligators in these high grasses. But yeah, that's the mound. I'm hoping that we can get a much closer peekity peeksy poo at what it's got. Pillagers. I hate pillagers. But that definitely was the lo-fi song that was doing all that. Do not hit me. Do not. Don't do it. You're not funny for that. They're just going crazy. I know that pillager outpost has stuff, but let's be honest, I'm not strong enough to face that. Big ol' cave. Big ol' cave. Big disappointment. Got it. It's just a big ol' above ground cave.
somebody would make a house out of this. Not I. I just spent way too much time on my house to relocate. Can't do all that. Do do do. Okay. We could also do some mining. Does this go anywhere? I don't want to get, like, bucked by a bison, so I'm just gonna keep it pushing this way. Don't hit me. Don't do it. They're, like, notorious for doing that. I guess I'm just getting coal. Kinda wanna raid the pillagers to see what they have, but unfortunately I know they won't have iron. But that still doesn't stop me from wanting to, duh. We need to go spelunking near the house. I expected it to be a quick grab for iron, but I was wrong. But I was wrong. Life is short, death is super long. I exploded. Village! I want a waypoint. I'm gonna get one. And more food, cause... Oh! Not the frame rate drop. Not the frame rate drop. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Let's go, let's go, let's go. These are so pretty, oh my gosh. I simply must collect them. They're so pretty. That was an emu, but I choose to block that out of my memory. Do. Please have a waypoint. Please have a waypoint that is close by. Are those elephants? Girl, where are we? The forest was just right there. We in Africa. Hello? Anybody here? I'm going to steal your crops. And your yield. Okay, I'm not seeing a waypoint. And I'm also not seeing a blacksmith. Which is not good. Not good at all. I see a golem, but here's the thing. That will take forever. And that's not very fun and interesting. Plus, all these village guards will have to be fought as well. Because this is the village guards mod. They're essentially little faster iron golems. Le papier. They're little quick iron golems. So no waypoint? So no waypoint? But no. By the way, y'all, crows are stealing your crops. You might want to do something about that. An emerald, we can trade with the dude. We can trade with the wine salesman now. I'm gonna take these tall flowers because they're cute. Just all the flowers. That's really why this mod pack was constructed. Just for flowers, actually. That's just what it is. It is what it is. Do. Boop, boop. Let's head back to the house. And then we can end this episode because I'm pretty sure this has been going on a long time. And I'm quite tired. And I ran out of stuff to rant about. Where was the house? That is an interesting question. That's really why I gotta get the heads up for the stream ending, because it's gonna take me about an hour to do it. That is not cute. Y'all better stay away from me. Oh my gosh. They have a villager locked up. That is so not cool. Ah, they shot me. Ah. Run. Run for your life. I mean, that guy can't because he's locked up, but I can. See, I do take my own advice. Is that a lava pit? Is that a free source of furnace energy? Wow. Also, I saw something walking in those woods over there. And it's more lava. Like I said, just more free furnace fuel. There's 3 of them? Bro. And iron? Wow. Please do not take the iron. You piece of. I couldn't hop down there. You know I'd catch on. You know I'd catch on fire. Is there another pillager encampment? I see a gray head over there. No. No, just more ash. This forest just has lava pit after lava pit. We're never gonna have to have anything, have coal to smelt ever again. Where did I leave the boat? Here's the boat. Let's go. I could have sworn we passed by some iron on the way here, but that could have been like way, way, way over there. This little area is so cute. So many different types of wood catching on fire. It's just so majestic and scenic. And then there's my little middle island. I hope it's an island. I'm gonna pull up a map and it's gonna be like, there's 18 pillager structures in the area. You need to run. Not only is this enemy territory, it's enemy country. See, I told y'all I could find my way back. This world is so cute. We need to play on this more often. We, as in you and I, you the viewer, and me, the person who built. Oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna name this one because I don't like it. It looks weird from most angles and I don't appreciate that. I don't like it. But we're keeping the house. Sir, I've got, ooh, cherry wine for invisibility, grape seeds, white grape seeds. I think we're just gonna buy some grape seeds so we can make our own wine. We don't need to buy a bottle from him. Ain't no crying in the club, hey, hey. Let's catch some Z's. Dang, I did a lot. This house was constructed quickly and you can tell. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this weird little blip. Actually, let me actually check the time. It has been an hour and a half. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you later. Bye.